Alrighty. Hello and welcome, everybody. Tonight's fantastic dinosaur action on Magic, the Gathering Arena, Explore, Best of 3, Diamond at the moment, but I'll get back to Mythic. This is the month that it's going to happen, and I think it may be all because of one specific card. 5 Ways, how's it going? And everybody else watching later on, whenever it is, a week, a year, a month from now. Tonight is going to be very, very fantastic. Of course, with this re-edition, it's grabbing me some wins, that's for sure. Quite a bit, and just evening things out, making me extra smooth, I must say. Very, very satisfying indeed. You guys may have used this in your dinosaur decks. You may have been wondering why I haven't been using it. I have in the past for about 2.5, 3 years, roughly. It was this all the time, and then I thought, I can take it out. I'm just going to replace it with something else good, some other dino that's big. If I see this, instead, I could see that big thing or whatever it is, or just have more space for more stuff. No, this has helped immensely. We have a turn 1 play, of course. That is quite fantastic. We need a source of green untapped, but of course I do love leaning heavily into green. I need a little bit of red still for Marauding Raptor and Otepec Huntmaster here. Always with that cost reduction and the haste. But turn 1 green, we got 5 forests, 4 Karplusan forests, so that's 9. Stomping Ground, 13 chances to see that source of green. I think that's pretty good enough for me. It doesn't always happen, but of course you don't always have to use Commune with Dinosaurs on that first turn. You could have a bunch of plays, something for 2, 3, 4. Then later on, when you have all that mana, you play this for 1, you grab something, and you're grabbing it a little bit deeper. And that could be quite a big help indeed. Or you keep a hand with 1 land. Let's say it's a Stomping Ground. Lovely. You've got your source of red. But you have a bunch of stuff for 2, a Topiary Stomper. Nobody usually in their right mind would keep a hand with 1 land. But when you also have this, chances are one of those 5 cards that you see off the top is going to be a land. It's kind of rough when it isn't, but for the most part, it always is. So you can grab your second land on turn 1, you play it on turn 2, and you continue with what would have been a hand that you would have to have mulliganed. Maybe you could have risked it. Potentially, if you are on the draw, you have 2 chances to see that second land. It's very risky stuff, but maybe if a particular hand looks good enough, it certainly can be worth it. Definitely. Maybe you've won the first game, so it's game 2, you're going second, you're on the draw automatically. That can be quite nice indeed. Really, just put you over the top. Late game, it's good. Get a dino when you don't need a land. There should always be a hit for Commune with Dinosaurs. You may be using a list that involves Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Bone Crusher Giant, a lot of stuff that Commune you have to pass up, unfortunately. So some variations of dinos, this is not good. I would not recommend it because you really reduce the chances. You might have something nice and it's that's too bad. But we got Marauding, Topiary, a total of 24 dinos. So 24 dinos, 22 lands. You would see a couple of those to start in your opening hand, but at least one thing. Maybe it's just Tyrranax Rex, Ghalta. Of course, we do have an increased chance to see her, even though there is 1 copy, and I was mentioning last week how I want to up it to 2, just because she is so fantastic. I just want to jump right into it. But we'll get there. 4 Domris. Now I have updated the list. I've switched out Domri for 4 copies of Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. Tapping for 2 mana of any color, of any combination of colors, I believe, for a creature or a creature's ability. And then if you cast a creature with power 5 or greater, she untaps, you get to tap her again. Lovely stuff. But I have so much power, I'm thinking, I want something for 3 or possibly 2. Because keep in mind, Gwenna is reduced by Marauding, Domri is not, but of course it is nice to have interaction. I get some ramp, that could be better. I can make Shifting Ceratops cost 1 of any color. Maybe it's reduced by 1 with Marauding. Gwenna taps for 2 green. She untaps effectively. Shifting costs 1, or Shifting could be completely free if it's reduced fully. Ghalta can be free when it's reduced to 2 green with Gwenna, and just the creatures are going to interact. Maybe the opponent blocks with a big creature that I was able to get down, that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise if it was just Domri, which is only ramping for 1. But Gwenna ramping for 2 could be all the difference, and it could mean getting 2 creatures down a turn because she untaps. But for tonight, this is the list. Nice to have interaction, counterspell protection, of course. Topiary Stomper still in there. Oh, Ghalta is a queen. Yes, 5 ways. Pokemon is way better. Oh my god. This is basically Pokemon with extra steps. JDX, yeah. Pokemon needs more dinosaurs. 100%. I should remember. What are the dinosaur type looking Pokemon? I started with the original Game Boy, Pokemon Blue. I started with a pretty old set on Magic as well. 8th edition, right around 8th edition, and the original Marauding. Skull Clamp, for any of you guys that know Skull Clamp. That thing was okay. It didn't need to be banned. It was a fair and reasonable card. Quite. That's a joke for anybody that knows the card Skull Clamp from this game. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. The Eternal Empty. Hey, as long as you like watching me and you like watching me stomp some other people. Control, of course. Speaking of control, I mean, 4 Carnage Tyrant and 3 Tyrranax Rex. I think I've safely established this is my favorite way. But again, this may not be the best way to do dinos, and I'm okay with that. At least I got to Diamond. If you can get to Diamond with any particular deck, with any variation, you can get to Mythic. It's simply just a grind, pushing through pretty much. Yeah, Diamond 1 gets pretty crazy. I certainly have seen a lot of different decks, not as wacky of the decks that I was facing in Platinum. I've noticed it quite a bit. I played 10, 12, I don't know. When we were driving back today from where I was staying, I don't know, I lost count. But it was good. It was good overall. And definitely, yeah, I love this. Jam-packed. Get her done. Can't be countered. Whew. Stunning. Shifting as well. Regisaur Alpha with the haste for everybody. The usual suspects, Xenagos. Drop down to 2, but consider Gwenna Eyes of Gaia again. This is a creature. It's 5 power or more, so Gwenna would untap when we cast this. That is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Sideboard-wise, man, I was stunned. I'm so excited to get into it. Back to Nature as... Oh, no. I clicked accidentally. We got to add that Back to Nature back in. I always do that. Every few nights. Where is it? Where? Okay. Oof. That's not visually appealing. I gotta make it, oddly satisfying. There we go. Okay. Back to Reorganized. Simple. Destroy all enchantments. I faced actually Orzhov Auras deck. So black and white. Play a bunch of auras on usually one creature. Make it bigger. Flying. First strike. Yeah, it was rough. So this could help against that. I didn't see it in that match, and I lost, unfortunately. Ancient Imperiosaur, well, hey, if we face mono green, this would be... Oh, where did the chat go? 1 second. Okay, it went away from my phone. Huh? That was odd. But yeah, if we face mono green, bring this in place of T-Rex and maybe a single Carnage Tyrant, just because mono green not interacting with us. We got a very good chance to get this down super big, super early, because all these things are going to be sticking around. That's going to be my game plan, at least. I'll keep trying it out, see if it's fairly reasonable against mono green devotion. But mono green devotion is, well, it's known for barfing stuff, and sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do with a lot of decks. But Reckless Rage, yeah, that makes a return, a reappearance. Instant speed interaction for a single red, 4 damage, and that is going to do the trick. I hope. Just nice, versatile. We can target any creature, which is quite a bit different from Rending Vala. We do need one of our own creatures, but for the most part, I'd hope to at least have Marauding, which survives the 2 damage, Topiary Stomper as well. Quite nice indeed, so it feels good to have it back. And Rampaging Frostodon. If I want to go a little bit faster, I did face Angels when I got into Diamond, so I'm thinking maybe Angels are going to be around, and I'm certainly going to appreciate having this. But against other little token decks, Rakdos Sacrifice potentially, although they could steal Rampaging Frostodon with Claim the Firstborn. For 1 red, gain control of a creature with a mana value 3 or less. But then they sacrifice it before they have to send it back to us at the end of the turn. But anything with tokens, that is going to punch through and do quite a bit more damage. But let's get right into the action. Fast as possible. I put my daughter to bed, and then my wife put my son to bed in the same room. Tonight is the night, their first night when they sleep together. Him in his crib and my daughter in her big girl bed. So we'll see if I have to end this early, and hopefully nobody wakes up too soon. It would be nice if they slept through the night, but cross your fingers. I'm gonna need all the finger crossing I can. You never know. You never know what you're gonna see here, but yeah, like I say, it's gonna be probably more normal stuff. Watch, I jinxed it, and it's gonna be mono blue devotion, 5 color gates. Mythic. I faced a few Mythic opponents, which is quite nice being in Diamond. Switching it up a little bit there. Not starting off first, unfortunately, but can't always happen. Oh. Maybe they are asleep. Oh, phew, took a while. This hand, though, of course, does not work at all. Maybe if it was a source of red, Stomping Ground, Sheltered Thicket, I might have risked it, because we got 2 things for 2, Topiary Stomper. Well, I'm glad it got a whole lot better. Send Xenagos to the bottom, but it still should be quite nice. Very lovely stuff right there. Mono red. Oh, we've got Golgari Elves, black and green. They're going to be playing Shaman of the Pack, I believe. When it enters the battlefield, we lose life equal to the number of elves they control. They're going to have Collected Company as well, unfortunately. Or it could just be regular Golgari. Okay, it's Golgari Elves. Yikes. This could be rough. Certainly probably will be rough. We don't have a whole lot of interaction. They got the Circle of Dreams Druid, which taps for a green for each creature they control. At the moment, tapping for 4, tapping for 5. Well, I don't have a whole lot, which is quite a fortunate thing. Now, I'm going to go Shelter Thicket. That always enters tapped. It has to enter at some point, and I still got to go Topiary to get ahead by 1. There, we're good. We're certainly not attacking. Whew. Where's that Brotherhood's End when you need it? Brotherhood's End is not in tonight at the moment. I guess I have been facing a fair bit more aggressive stuff, unfortunately. Ooh, what are they going to barf? Oh, I'm playing the opponent's deck. Like I said, Shaman of the Pack. When it enters the battlefield, we lose life equal to the number of elves they control, and that's a lot. 8 for 3. Ooh. And a 3 for a 3/2, and we lose. Oh, painful. Pain and suffering. Probably dead, unfortunately. They had a fantastic opening. Okay. No. Nope, not happening. Yeah. Rampaging Ferocidon, 100%. Reckless Rage, just to take out maybe a key elf, an elf lord, something like that. Now, I will be trimming Commune with Dinosaurs. Like I mentioned, depending on your list, there could be a lot of things that you have to pass up. You can only grab a Dinosaur or land. We now have Reckless Rage that I have to pass up. This costs 1, that costs 1. Usually when I bring in something like this, I do get rid of Commune. We'll see. Although I could get rid of the costlier things. Rampaging Ferocidon probably is going to put in enough work that we could just get the job done right there. And I may want to grab a Rampaging Ferocidon a little bit sooner with Commune. So let's get rid of T-Rex. 1 Domri. We got a decent bit of interaction with Reckless Rage, but I still like the ramp, and I want to keep Ghalta potentially if we can grab her. That would be nice to punch through a bunch of cheap damage. Although they don't have a whole lot of interaction, chances are I could have switched Carnage Tyrant with Ancient Imperiosaur. They just barf elves. They don't really do anything to us. I'll keep it. Certainly could have been a lot worse. Lovely, actually. Be interacting with Domri, taking out hopefully somebody good. Circle of Dreams Druid, I would imagine it. Oh, and the Rampaging Ferocidon. Woo. Fired up. This song is getting me fired up. I can hear it a little bit through the headphones. Maybe I'm going to turn down the computer volume. Don't want anything. Oh, again, I'm playing the opponent's deck. That has to die. No questions. Don't. If you have an opportunity, you kill it. There are some things where you know it just goes down. Nope. Not happening. And we still get a nicely attack through, deal 3 damage, and hope that buys us enough time. That Llanowar Elves is being sent towards Domri, I would imagine. Oh, okay. Well, they're getting very fortunate. They're seeing 3 of the 8 dorks in the top 10. Very, very good indeed. I mean, Rampaging right there would have been lovely as well. But the Circle of Dreams Druid, if we had left it alive, not so much. It's pretty good though. We get a go Shifting plus Rampaging Ferocidon. Of course, Shifting first, Rampaging second. We don't want to take any more damage than we have to. Would have taken 1 if we had done it the opposite way. I'm just going to attack with Marauding. Maybe they double block. Okay. 7 is a decent chunk. And I want to take him down as low as possible because Rampaging Ferocidon might just completely finish him off. Oh, 1. Elvish War Masters, 2 more. Bing, ping, ping. Look at that. Lovely. They don't want too many more to enter. Oh my, wow, they have half of their dorks already, and it's not even a quarter of the way through. Oh, smoked them. They knew it was over. Look at that. I'm just happy I mentioned against decks with lots of little creatures. Rampaging Ferocidon. Whew. Beautiful. It's going to be rough, though. Let me think. Carnage Tyrant, big. Has trample, which could be nice to punch through damage, but you saw how much work Rampaging Ferocidon put in. Nah. I'm going to trim Xenagos, actually. Of course, with Commune, I have to pass up Xenagos, but I want to get to seeing Rampaging Ferocidon as much as possible, or maybe a second copy. If we can land a second copy, each creature that enters the battlefield, that creature's controller is going to take 2. Of course, elves, they have a whole lot more creatures than me, so that might just make this player cry and pack it in. That definitely is a little bit too slow. I'm going to try one more, just a bit better. Oh, okay, that's better. Oh, excuse me. Commune turn 1, of course. Well, Reckless Ray, maybe. You know what, we got a decent bit of ramp. Let's send Topiary to the bottom. Let's hope we grab Marauding Raptor with Commune. We'll be having red for taking out something after we play it. Ugh. Topiary it is. Okay, we sent a Topiary to the bottom and we got a Topiary with that. Hopefully drawing a Marauding Raptor with this next one. We did get 5 closer to Marauding Raptor, which is, well, look at that. We were 1 off of Huntmaster. If Huntmaster had been 1 higher, we would have had to send it to the bottom. But because I went 5 deep, Huntmaster was that 6th one, so already, just through sheer luck, Commune with Dinosaurs does its thing. That means next turn we can go Topiary for 2 and still be left with a source of red for Reckless Rage to take out something nasty, hopefully, to play Circle of Dreams Druid. Oh man, that would be lovely. Ugh. Just a bunch of elves. They may have that Shaman of the Pack, unfortunately. That is going to be pretty rough stuff. I'll still go with this. I'll leave that red for Reckless Rage and we'll take out somebody. I have a hunch. Next turn we could play Shifting for 3 and still be left with a source of red. So I think we're okay. Nothing too crazy that they have out at the moment. Circle of Dreams Druid. Collected. Okay, let's hope the hits aren't too bad. Oh boy. 2 lands. Do it. Okay. Leaf Crown Visionary. When we kill something right now, we do take out, well, one of their elves. We'll lose 1 less life because we take out something before that ability happens. And certainly the Lord is what I wanted to get rid of. Alright, oh boy. Down to 10 is a little bit rough. Commune with Dinosaurs, at the very least, is going to find us Rampaging Ferocidon. Now the question becomes, Rampaging, probably too late at this point. They are still at a full health of 20, we're at 10. They don't have to play a whole lot more, they just basically have to attack. Kind of tempted to just grab Regisaur Alpha for future turns. You know what, let's go with Rampaging. Maybe that's going to scare them a bit. Second Commune, search for another Rampage. Oh, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Man, it would have been nice to go with a bunch of them. Let me think. Let's count this up. 4. I'll just leave Rampaging behind. Plus Huntmaster. Could be nice-ish. Perhaps to deter some aggression. Hopefully there isn't another Collected Company. Otherwise we may be dead. But they don't have a whole lot of stuff in hand. So I think Rampaging might be nice. A little bit late, but still nice-ish. They may not want to attack with a whole lot just because I have that 3/3 there. Only swinging with Shaman of the Pack. Oh, nothing. Oh my goodness. Well, Shifting Ceratops it is. We're going to take one. Rough. And then we get the second down. We've got lovely bodies. Oh boy, is Rampaging Frostdon going to do the trick? This is not going to be nice. Maybe they were hoping I was going to attack with Rampaging and then they double block to take it out, but now we're sitting pretty. Alright, 1 green, take 2. And collected company. Court of Calling, searching for Shaman of the Pack, and we die. That is good. Okay, that does the trick. Unfortunately, exactly lethal. Yeah, rough stuff. Would have been pretty nice to take out one thing at instant speed. We would have been left at 1, taking out maybe another Shaman of the Pack, but still we would have mostly been dead, even if we had somehow saved ourselves. Yeah. I mean, Court of Calling, of course, is quite lovely. Some of you guys have suggested I use that in Dinos, which I will get to at some point. I think it's worth a shot. I don't have quite as many little creatures, so perhaps it is not the best idea for Dinos. I mean, I need 3 already, plus... We'll see. I'll try it at least once. Maybe back-to-back nights or something, but certainly it's the thing to do with elves, and it really supercharges them. Being able to search up for the win on the spot. Exactly, I love it. Man, that was good stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Court of Calling. Dinos are calling. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. It's nice to see elves, I must say. Golgari Elves specifically. Pretty classic deck. Got a lot better with that new edition. But it's not the first time I faced them. And at least Rampaging Frostdon put in a decent bit of work. Just didn't see it early enough. That could be pretty decent. Bunch of lands in Huntmaster. Nothing that Huntmaster is going to accelerate out at, though. Oh, okay. We got something that Huntmaster is going to get going. Although it does seem to be Boros Pianalar. Something. Boros. Probably Huntmaster is dead with. Oh, Boros Convoke. Wow. I don't remember the last time I faced this, but I would imagine we're dead right here. Gleeful Demolition on that blood token, perhaps. Or they just tap those creatures, playing a Knight Errant of Eos or the Loxodon, the guy. You'll see in a second. Regisaur. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not blocking. Maybe I should bring in Flame Sweep. Elves, Flame Sweep, lovely stuff. 2 damage at instant speed to each creature. Would have smoked them. Flame Sweep also would pretty nicely decimate this deck as well. Let's hope they don't have another Regisaur, or we're probably dead. Keep shifting back just in case that is the case. Imagine they could have some red-based removal for shifting, or white-based, unfortunately. Or they do their Convoke thing. They're just biding time until they get Gleeful Demolition for a red, sacking that blood token and getting 3 goblins in the process. Tapping all of their creatures to Play a costly creature. Ooh, okay, I have seen that before. They have a lot of creatures, so at the beginning of their end step, we lose life equal to the number of tapped creatures they control. Of course, it synergizes quite nicely with having lots of tokens. Okay. Well, it does seem like we're getting Carnage Tyrant at the very least. I like it. But they didn't attack the previous turn, so we'll wait. We're already down to 9, and that is not fine. Ooh, okay, this that possibly could almost do it. Oh, there it is, the Knight Errant of Eos, as I was expecting. And they convoke, so also we still lose life here. Sadly, with that Throne of the Godpharaoh, man. Venerated Loxodon. That was on the tip of my tongue. Okay, Rampaging Ferocidon once again. Watch me bring in Flamesweeper, something that deals with a lot of little things, and then I just don't end up facing them, unfortunately. Ouch, taking a lot of damage here. Just not quite fast enough. I mean, we can play Tyrranax Rex, but we haven't dealt any damage to the opponent, so that will be it. For this game, at least. Alrighty. You know the drill. Hey, you know what? It's pretty important, I think, with Rampaging here. Yeah, let's keep that in. Domri. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just take out one thing. That's not going to do, excuse me, much for us. Oh, Ancient Imperiosaur might, though. Oh, man, I drank my pop too fast. It's Pepsi Zero Sugar Wild Cherry. Again, I drank that probably about two months ago. Something like that. It's my wife's favorite. Okay. Trim a little bit of those big scary dinos. Make room for Ancient Imperiosaur, and we'll see. Maybe start off with Rampaging Ferocidon if this is going to be a trend. Worth a shot, though. We got 2 lands, 1 source of red. Of course, Shelter Thicket. I don't have Commune with Dinosaurs, so I don't have to feel bad about this entering the battlefield tapped, not being able to use that source of green. It's going to be an uphill battle anyways against this deck. Hopefully getting that 3rd land so I can go Marauding plus Topiary next turn. Although it is nice to see Ancient Imperiosaur, so we'll get there, I think. No Gleeful Demolition. Oh, phew. Oh, we dodged a bullet there, at least for a turn. If they would have had Gleeful Demolition, they would have used it, definitely. But we do get Ancient Imperiosaur next turn, if all goes well, and it certainly seems to be the case. Regisaur Alpha, Ancient Imperiosaur. That thing's going to be absolutely massive. Now, will they triple block? I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe just one. Oh, okay. This could be nice. We're completely open, so that might draw them in to attack. They're not worried about what we're going to do, but pretty soon they should be. Man, that's going to be big. A 16/16. Oh, okay. Venerated Loxodon cannot save them. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. I play Regisaur Alpha. I have 5 creatures, so I don't even have to tap Marauding. Oh, love it. But I will still tap Marauding, though. Yeah, let's make him as big as possible. Now who's the Convoke? Gotcha.
I am the one who dinos.
Yeah. Get him. Convoke versus Convoke. Curb stomped. Man, that was beautiful. Huh. I mean, maybe that can just be the game plan against that deck. Yes, very nice. Very nice. That was exactly lethal too. I tapped 5 creatures, which meant Ancient Imperiosaur was going to enter with 10 counters, a 16/16 trample haste. They were at 12 Loxodon. We had that locked up. Could only stop 4 of it. 12 exactly would have continued on through. Yes, very sweet indeed. It's got some merit. Against the decks that do their own thing, we can do our own thing. And if that thing is Ancient Imperiosaur, chances are it might be good enough. But again, we saw with Elves, a sweeper of some kind. Flame sweep can be good, but you still get the job done. However, do I want Reckless Rage? Maybe. 4 damage to take out this thing. Could be pretty good. Maybe. Nah, we'll keep it like that. We'll hope for the best. Maybe getting double Rampaging Ferocidons. Convoked. Oh, yeah, I should record a little saying like, I am the one who dinos. And instead it, oh, what? I'm the best. I say maybe double Rampaging Ferocidons. And there you go. Wow. I'm so good I just asked for it, and the algorithm gives it to me. That's absolutely not the case, as you guys have witnessed quite a few nights. But it's pretty cool when that happens. Hashtag pre-recorded. Yeah, that should be good. Marauding turn 2, Rampaging, Regisaur. Ugh. They got the Loxodon. Yeah. Or don't. Oh, they don't. Oh, a third Rampaging. Oh, my goodness. Folks. Rampaging. I mean, we didn't get them down early on. So, maybe Rampaging isn't the best. They can barf so many creatures just before we get that thing. Which is kind of rough. We do need another source of red eventually. But double Rampaging next turn is going to be pretty nice. Hopefully it's enough to get the job done. I don't see too many more tokens coming out. Oh. A Giant Killer is going to be rough. You know what? I'm still going to get Ancient Imperiosaur. We have another land next turn. Let's hope we draw another one after that. Make Ancient Imperiosaur nice and big. Maybe finish him off. But, yeah, it is going to be rough. You can imagine if Rampaging was down that previous turn, they would have taken 4. 3 from those goblins, 1 from the Ornithopter. Yeah. Well, I can only play one thing. I got that 5th land as I was hoping. Shelter Ticket, of course. I would have had 1 land left over anyways, so there it is. And let's hope it helps. But again, they didn't play anything big. They don't have the Loxodon Hierarch, the Knight Errant of Eos. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Now the question becomes another Rampaging. Again, there's not a whole lot more tokens that are going to enter. It may just be 1 big creature. Regisaur Alpha, we would take 4. But I think that's what has to be. Yeah, well, let's do it. Oh. Okay, that's something. That's all right. Not the end of the world. I'm going to attack with this token and see if they block with nothing. Okay. Ouch. Oh! Don't forget to like and subscribe for fantastic, calm dino action. I'm just trying to sprinkle that in at appropriate times, and hopefully it didn't jump scare you guys. I know the first time I used that, it was very loud. I think I toned it down to keep it more in line with my actual voice. That you see, that was perfect. Yes, like I said, we hadn't seen any of those big Convoke payoffs quite yet, so it certainly felt positive. If they would have had them, they would have played them, and that just wasn't the case. Oh, the scoop, I love it. Beautiful. I still like rampaging though. If we could get it a little bit earlier, but Scoops ahoy, 100%. See if that continues. Yes, much better. It was kind of a little bit funny, I must admit. Usually there's nothing that scares you guys, because it is always the same, so it's like, boom, hey, whoa. Maybe I wake you guys up, because I do put some of you to sleep, which is good too. I should do a lullaby. Again, I've said that multiple times. Read a book. Bedtime with Ben. Chapter 1. You're walking through a forest and it is sunny. The birds are singing. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Something like that. But it does look to be Rakdos Sacrifice. We do see Ghalta. I mean, this is a perfectly reasonable, nice looking hand. No turn 1 commune with this Sheltered Thicket. They got the darn cat to start, sadly. It still has to be Sheltered Thicket. I need that source of red for Huntmaster. Let's hope it's no witch's oven. Ooh. They're only going to kill Huntmaster if we played it. Now this is the nice thing. Because I'm going to lose one of those things, either to claim the firstborn, they're going to steal it. Fatal Push, Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. Although Bone Crusher probably is not in Rakdos Sacrifice, I'm just going to use Commune to search for a second source of red to prepare for next turn, which is going to allow me to go Huntmaster plus Marauding. I think they left mana up for something, for me to do something. So I did something, but they just they can't do anything about what I did. Of course, it would be nice if Huntmaster survived, but I don't think it would have. So I still get to set up. You see a potential way you can use Commune with Dinosaurs. Maybe that's the right thing to do in that particular case. Well, we're about to find out. Maybe they play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oh, they play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So they tapped out, which means both of these things survive, and that might be very good for me. Oh, my Fatal Push. I can't kill them. They're kicking themselves. There you go. I would hope both survive. Of course, they could steal one, sacrifice it to Witch's Oven, Fatal Push on another, and play with fire on Huntmaster, and we'll see. Someone's going down. Excuse me. Oh, I'd never seen that card before in my life. No. Oh, man. It's like I've played Rakdos Sacrifice before. This is, well, again, a somewhat painful re-edition. Rakdos Sacrifice becoming more popular a long time ago. Years ago. That was rough. Especially in Standard with Eldraine. Way back when. Which we are revisiting shortly in a couple weeks, I believe. But claim the firstborn in... Oh! That's odd. That's not... What's going on? Folks, that is not what you want to do, because now I get Carnage Tyrant. Oh my goodness. Oh my, that is very, very bad indeed. Why? Oh, they goofed up. They goofed up. Man, scoop from the previous opponent. Ugh. Maybe they had nothing to sacrifice Marauding. I gotta figure that's the case. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe they miscalculated. They thought they had one more mana and... Blackcleave Cliffs entering tapped that turn. I think that was their land for the turn. So it entered tapped. They made a treasure. They miscalculated, maybe with the treasure that was made with that goblin, perhaps. I don't know. Skip Eldraine straight to Ixalan. Yes. It would be nice. Of course, Hulking Raptor. Whew, there's going to be a lot of dinos. If Hulking Raptor gets leaked long before, or quite a bit before, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I think I'm going to kind of pretend like Hulking Raptor was my card. I'm going to preview it, review it, and similar to the Wilds of Eldraine leaks that have happened. If you guys have seen them, you can go find them. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to spoil the spoilers, there are some very interesting cards. But Rakdos Sacrifice, what do you want to do? Ancient Imperiosaur, of course, they would fear that quite a bit. But Reckless Rage, I'm bringing that in. I'm trimming Commune with Dinosaurs. If we see the Mayhem Devil, we are killing the Mayhem Devil. On site, no questions asked. The second it lands, it dies, if at all possible. Kill the Mayhem Devil as soon as possible, and thank me later. Maybe there is perhaps something else that could be good in this hand. This could be a potential, a very nice thing. Ooh. Oh! Oh! What is going on? Five ways. Say scoops again. Keep chanting scoops, 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 scoops. And maybe it will keep happening. Huh. I guess that's what happens in diamonds. Certainly has happened a lot more than platinum. I'll take it. All right. Whew. Oh, we got our first Mythic, number 173. I always wonder, what did this Mythic person get to Mythic and High Mythic in? Was it Alchemy Best of One, and then they can... Oh, it's back-to-back Rakdos Sacrifice. Okay. Well, they got the Thoughtseize, of course, classic and fantastic. They see what we're all about. Getting rid of... maybe Huntmaster. Either one they can take out with Fatal Push quite easily, so... I don't have super high hopes, although it is nice to see Domri, so we have a turn 1, or turn 3 play, I should say. Ooh, we create a rat. Tribute to Harobi. Well, that's kind of cool, a thing that makes a sacrifice a creature. Okay, so when this flips and becomes Echo of Death's Wail, when it attacks, they can sacrifice another creature. So they're going to steal one of my creatures, and then they're going to sacrifice it with this. Another way to sacrifice a thing that they stole. That is pretty neat indeed. Kind of cool to have my own rats, though. Start chipping away, pinging. Yeah, ahoy matey. 5 Elves. Oh, okay, we'll draw a card. But JDX, Eldraine did not have too many powerful cards. Could have been better. Of course, Domri is going to be decimating to them, powering up the things that I have already. Man, they're kicking themselves. That is good stuff. Extra damage, extra creatures. Whew. Oko Broko. Nah, he could have been better. He could have cost 2. Let's hope we get a creature at some point. This is just rough. Getting a wee bit flooded. Had to happen. At least a few. Ugh. Okay. I get it. So we know what they're doing. We know what their game plan is. We want instant speed targeting of the thing that Transmogrify targets. So we're going to blank it out, hopefully. Cross the fingers. Although Back to Nature taking out Echo of Death Whale could be kind of nice. I kind of like that, actually. They don't get the rats back. They don't get a chance to sacrifice thing to draw cards. Less creatures for them to get. Would it be more enchantments of some kind, or is this mainly just the enchantment? The only enchantment as an extra way to make other tokens? Probably. Oof, Atraxa, yes. Hey, I'm going to be torturing them. JDX, consider this. I'm mostly free to play. I only play one deck all the time, and that is probably torturing Wizards of the Coast. So I'm sending some of their medicine right back at them, just for you. They're like, hey, you have to play different decks and spend hundreds of dollars and keep up with standard. Not so. But I want to lock in my changes, of course. Let's get to that. The Commune with Dinosaurs again. I'm going to trim that. Yeah. Rampaging Frostdawn. We'll keep it like that. I want to keep the interaction up. 4 Reckless Rage. 4 Domri. The hamster wheel. I'm not the hamster. I'm the wheel. Something like that. Okay, well, that's a little bit better. Didn't have to mulligan twice, fortunately. Send good old Regisaur to the bottom. And of course, Huntmaster could go down to Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, and all that stuff. And it might have been rough keeping Regisaur Alpha there. But we got a game plan. A wee bit of interaction. If we can get that hasty Shifting Ceratops, could be nice, but I don't expect Huntmaster to live. We do have a play next turn, no matter what, which is good. What's it going to be? Fatal Pusher, Stomp. Ooh, they Baleful Masteried the Huntmaster, drawing me a card. That is perfectly fine by me. Of course, we're getting the lovely Topiary. We're getting ahead by 1 forever. That's where it's at. Possibly using Domri to fight somebody next turn. If we get Castle Garenbrig, we get Carnage Tyrant. If they play something nasty, we fight them. Topiary Stomper is well away from 7 lands, being able to attack and block. So, ooh, Urabrask's Forge. Okay, that's pretty cool. A lot of stuff that makes tokens that they can sacrifice and do some painful things. Of course, Domri is going to be hurt a little bit with that token, possibly going down to their removal, but let's hope that's not the case, and we can maybe get Carnage Tyrant with another land coming up. Okay, phew. Domri is going to be left at 1. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Land. You can do it. Reckless Rage. Oh, actually, I kind of like that indeed. That's going to be quite nice. Getting Shifting down. We'll leave the source of red for Reckless Rage, and let's see what they do. If they Transmogrify, that certainly could be happening right here. I lose Shifting, sadly. They're going to keep up that fantastic aggression with this Urabrask's Forge. Painful. Oh, one's attacking me. Good stuff. So we get to save Domri at the very least. Phew. Land. You can do it. Oh, we got the land. Beautiful stuff indeed. This is what it's all about, folks. Good old Carnage Tyrant. We still will lose Domri. 1 creature will sneak through, sadly. Hopefully they don't have another extinction event. Man, those things are getting big. I want to take out Urbrask's Forge if at all possible, but that is certainly not going to happen. Yeah, I'll just let them die, I guess. Transmogrify coming in hot? Not Transmogrify. Man, those things are big and nasty. Regisaur Alpha, I guess. What kind of removal do they have? I certainly expect that to be the case. Something bad is happening. About to happen. We're not quite dead. We still have Regisaur Alpha to block if it makes sense to do so. I'll take it. And hope they don't Transmogrify getting Atraxa. Ooh. Obnixilis. Also quite rough. But we could finish him off if we get Tyrranax Rex next turn. Definitely. Domri. To fight something? Do I want to fight something? You know what? I'm going to decline that. I think we're still safe at 4. We'll see. Yes, Carney T. Welcome to the party. Alright. Marauding, hasty, love it. Fantastic stuff right there. Boom. That's got to be it. Of course, Domri, Carnage fighting this. Oh, smoked. Gotcha. There we go. Now, can we do it a second time in a row? It's going to be rough. Fortunately, they didn't get Transmogrify getting Atraxa, but we got some stuff for that still. Let's see. Hey, Carnage Tyrant does the trick. Man, love it. But again, something with the sweepers. The 3 decks, back to back to back, would have been pretty valid. So that, I think, is going to be the theme of tonight. Is a sweeper right? At least at the moment, it may be. Instant speed, of course, so you can respond to various shenanigans that the opponent is doing. Instant speed sweeper, if at all possible. But do I like rampaging? Kind of. I kind of do. Excuse me. Yes, let's go indeed. But rampaging Frostodon, we saw these Urbrask's Forge. So, at the beginning of combat on their turn, they put an oil counter on it. They create a Phyrexian Horror. Its power is equal to X, which is the number of oil counters it's sacrificed. But they keep re-entering sacrifice, and that could really chip away this re-entering aspect. And I think we could get Rampaging Frostodon down early enough. Yeah. I think that guy would really chip away quite a bit. We'll get Xenagos out of the way. Domri certainly helped us push through that last bit of damage. Lock things up, absolutely. Loved it. I think Rampaging is going to put in more work than a Tyrranax Rex. We'll trim 1. No. Actually, I'm going to trim 2. I still want to keep in Ghalta, even though we could lose Ghalta easier than T-Rex, but man, 2, 3, or 4 for a 12-12 is going to be quite nice indeed. Now, is this hand nice enough? I don't think so. We are on the draw. We'll eventually get to 3, I would imagine. Seeing that third land by turn 3 for this, maybe it's a little bit too slow. 1. Oh, better, okay. Better-ish. Twice the lands, still rampaging, which is very good indeed. But no interaction, sadly. And no turn 1 Thoughtseize, so that is also quite nice indeed. Alright, we'll see if they have that Baleful Mastery for Rampaging Frostodon. Oh, look what I said. Urbrask Forge. Creature. Re-entering. Beautiful stuff. Oh, a second one. Wow. No removal. Probably not a thing. It's gonna go down. Gotta be something. Never would have guessed in a million years. April Fools. Yeah, April Fools. I could see that. Gotta start thinking of what I'm gonna do for the next April Fools, though. Definitely. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with this. Let's hope it lives. Let's hope they don't have another eliminate there. Let's get pinging. Pinging and swinging. Oh, take another ping from that goblin. Beautiful. Oh, that is also quite nice indeed. We're going to be taking 2, unfortunately. We will set up for a future turns Carnage Tyrant. But we get 2 bodies. Lovely. Will they trade with the goblin? I don't think so. Oh, they will. Okay. I'll take it. Fine by me. I guess I'll take 4. That is rough stuff, though. Painful. And rough that we lose that rat, I must say. Unfortunate. And we just have to have some artifact removal, I guess, if this particular variation becomes more popular. That big token, bigger and bigger each turn, it is rough. Okay. What do we want to do? Are we mostly dead? Probably dead, I would imagine. Stomping Ground, Ghalta, probably the best bet. Pretty sure they can take us out, especially with Obnixilis there. That is rough. Or just Transmogrify. If they drew it, they'll exile something and they'll get Atraxa. I can't afford to take 2. Carnage Tyrant unfortunately has to go. That tends to do the trick. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Just didn't have any artifact removal. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Oh, it's just been an hour. My goodness, it certainly feels like it's been longer than that. Okay. Huh. Yeah, Sweeper is the theme of tonight. That's gonna be probably first on the agenda, especially if I face Rakdos Sacrifice again. We'll get him. We'll get him next time. Possibly Tranquil Frillback. That would be nice. When it enters, we can pay a green. We can destroy an artifact or enchantment, or gain 4 life, or exile a graveyard. Or if you pay 3 green, you get to do all those 3 things. Pretty nice. Pretty handy. Take out the Urabrask's Forge. Lovely stuff. You still have a pretty nice blocker afterwards. No? Finally. The algorithm was asleep. They're wondering, scratching their head, what can I throw against dinos now? I keep that. That's a pretty quick instant. We don't get Commune. Castle Garenbrig has to be the first land, just so we have 2 lands untapped on turn 2 for Huntmaster. But otherwise, very, very nice. That should work out. Mono Green Devotion, the first Mono Green Devotion of the night. Okay. Maybe it's Golgari Elves again. Man, that would be rough. No, Wolf Willow Haven. Alright. Double Elf. Good. Actually, this... No. Oh, I almost played Castle Garenbrig. That would have been a bit of a mistake. Shelter Thicket has to be the land. Castle Garenbrig will enter untapped next turn. Now the question becomes... The cost reduction is redundant a little bit with shifting. We don't need 3 cost reduction. If I went Huntmaster that turn instead of Marauding, that would not have been right. But we got Regisaur Alpha next turn, and that certainly is going to be pretty devastating if they haven't popped off. But of course, Mono Green can... Oh, Vivian. Huh. Interesting. Make an elf big. Alright. Well. Yeah, that is very interesting indeed. See if that elf wants to trade with any of these things. Certainly they can search for anything big, so we're going to throw absolutely everything at Vivian. Do not let her live. They won't be going -5. They won't be searching for a creature from their sideboard, and that creature certainly could have been problematic, to say the least. Yeah, take her out. Oh, they forgot another one. I wondered if... Oh, 4 of their 8 elves in basically the top 10. Almost the top 10. Insane. Are they going to attack? That would be somewhat detrimental. Although Regisaur Alpha, a bunch of them, Vivian still goes down in fantastic fashion. Just gotta make sure it's enough. Yeah. And we'll throw another damage towards them. Maybe they'll attack us. Or they'll play a third Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Ugh, okay. Karn as well, rough. Not too bad, though. Maybe they'll play the one thing they grab. Filigree Silex. Huh. This is a very interesting mono green variation, I must say. Definitely Huntmaster. Huntmaster plus Topiary. But I think this is going to be nice enough aggression. They can pop the Silex this turn, taking out both tokens. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we get enough that... Or at least get a land next turn. Go to 6 plus the second Topiary Stomper to maybe get him. Yeah, there it is. Unfortunately. But it's still a bunch of lovely bodies. The elves certainly are not blocking. They want all that ramp possible. I'm going to grab Portal to Phyrexia, I think. Oh! Man. Wacky. Well, Topiary, Huntmaster, and Regisaur Alpha. At least I am left with one body, and pretty good body at that. We'll pay 2. Watch this, folks. We'll make a total of 7. 4 for Shifting. 3 for Topiary. We can attack with Topiary again. Oh, love it. Beautiful stuff indeed. Dead. Smoked out of the water. There you go. Bing, bang, boom.
I am the one Die.
Perfection. Get her done. Well, what do I want to do against this? A very interesting and painful spin on mono green, having that, well, somewhat early interaction with Vivian Rust stuff. If they go -3 to take out a creature. Let me think. What am I thinking of? I told you guys before, Ancient Imperiosaur, switch it with T-Rex. 1 Carnage Tyrant. Yes, very good game indeed. Do I want Domri? You know what? I'm going to trim Domri. Kind of like Rampaging Frostodon. If we get the early Rampaging, we get some hits in. And before they've gone storm the festival and gotten a lot of creatures, Rampaging could chip away quite a bit, especially if we get it down and maybe they play just an elf or something like that. Stomping Ground, very nice indeed. I'm going to take that hit. I want to go with that turn 1 Commune to set up for Huntmaster on a future turn, although no, that's good enough. It was the only thing to grab. I have enough lands at that point. I didn't need to grab any more. So a second Regisaur Alpha could be quite devastating. Castle Gernbrig, my goodness. Look, 2 Castle Gernbrigs here and a third was sent to the bottom. So we dug through a big flood. But we're mostly dead next turn, I would imagine. Do have a Carnage Tyrant, which we'll get to eventually. But they're going to pop off here and multiple Storm the Festivals, depending what they hit. If they do get Kiora. Okie dokie, I know when it's done. Yeah. You play against something enough, you know. Yeah, it was pretty quick. I shouldn't have said Kiora. I'll give it a go. Give it a go. We got 2 things for 2. 1 of each, which is very nice indeed. Okay, we're getting there, Let's see that third land. You can do it. Oh boy. If it's that third land, that might do it. Ooh, that's right. Okay, Topiary Stomper instead. We'll take it. We'll get to 3 this turn. If we get to a 4th land next turn, it does mean Marauding for 1, a Regisaur for 3. Get a little bit of damage in. That 1 point of damage might be all the difference. Okay. Okay, I like it. I also like shifting as well. Oh, we can go. Okay, let me think. We can go Ancient Imperiosaur this turn. Do I want to do that? Well, I kind of do. I actually kind of do, because that means we can double Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. It's a 12-12. We could potentially, well, we won't kill them, but that might be our best bet. If we get another land next turn, we could go Xenagos, double Ancient Imperiosaur, make it a 24-24. We just have to hope they don't have any interaction for it. Oh boy. Lands and dorks. Okay. That's something. Definitely. They're making a creature bigger. Okay, well. This is all okay. Let me think here. Oh no, I know what we're doing. We're going with a good old Regisaur Alpha. I like Ancient Imperiosaur against Mono Green Devotion. It tends to hurt quite a bit. Plus Mirage. Smack him. Hit him hard. Get her done. We take out 2 things. I'm fine with that. We could potentially make a 32 next turn. If we're not dead to the Storm the Festivals. Yeah, the Darth Adder. What do you think about that? A big play indeed. I mentioned, and I'm glad to put it into effect. Ancient Imperiosaur, Mono Green Devotion. They don't interact. We tap a bunch of stuff. We make it big. It has haste. We don't have to use something wacky to give it haste because naturally, again, it gets it from Regisaur Alpha or Huntmaster. But hey, Huntmaster, cost reduction, the haste can be redundant with Regisaur, so we just get to make Ancient Imperiosaur bigger. They have to do something good. Oh my goodness. Maybe that is a pretty good, legitimate thing to do against that deck. Phew. Man, that's got to be very demoralizing just staring at this. I am the Convoke. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can tell you guys about it. Of course, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it can be big, but when you see something put into action, you see it live. I'm not playing for 2 hours just to get this one example. It's always good to live it, for sure, but you can imagine, you can see, hey, I got a 4th land, Xenagos for 4, boom, 32. Alright. I don't know, Victor. That's pretty decent. It's not Storm the Festival variations, of course, with these big things. I mean, I would have to pass them up. We'll take a look. All of the painful things. It would be rough, and you want to maximize the hits as much as possible. Xenagos, of course, is 5, so Storm the Festival and Xenagos. Very, very nice indeed, but not having these, I don't know. I will get back to a Storm the Festival Dinos variation eventually. Maybe making it strict Storm the Festival Dinos, so no creatures above a mana value of 5, so I will always get hits and stuff. More hits. Yeah, I don't know. Imperiosaur certainly seems to be pretty good. Very bargain bin if you guys have not picked up your copies. People got Gruul, Imperiosaur, Convoke out of their system when I face Convoke tonight. Yeah. You know, they were using Ancient Imperiosaur for a few weeks there, maybe a month or so, and then they just didn't. It was 3 copies, 4 copies, and people have gone back to Boros, red and white. Maybe that's more right, but yeah, certainly Imperiosaur has tanked in price. They're like, oh, this is fun, but they're using 3 copies of this, and maybe they just weren't often seeing it. Maybe this was getting killed pretty often with the Ward 2, but against specific decks, it seems to be a pretty nice thing to bring in, as it was there. Yeah. Oh, you still need to. Okay, good stuff. Certainly it is, yeah, so I would pick up 4 copies, at least. But I think I will leave it there for tonight. Very fantastic matches overall, like I said. My daughter and my son are sleeping together. My son, 7-8 months, putting him in his crib. I think he has woken up once before. My wife came and shut the door. I think I was talking a little bit too loud, or she had to take him, perhaps. So I may have dodged a bullet, but I may have to step away at future nights as I train them in bed. But yes, lovely. I'll leave it on a positive note tonight. Things were good. Overall, it was nice to face a mythic opponent. Another mythic opponent, but fairly legitimate, and commune with dinosaurs. Putting in the work, I must say. hey, you guys probably have it laying around if you're playing dinos, but if not, pick up some copies. It can't be a bad thing. All right. Yes, have a good night. 5 Ways, Victor, Darth Adder, JDX, everybody else watching right now, later on, weeks, years to come, or tomorrow morning because you passed out. You had a crazy weekend and you just wanted to get to bed. So hopefully you got some rest. See you next time.